welcome back to Way of Fishing. Glad you're here. I want to talk about something that's it's been brought up a lot by users. First, before we get into that, please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. It would mean the world to me if you guys subscribe. Most of my viewership isn't subscribed, so if you found this video, if by the end of it you find the information helpful or useful, hit the subscribe button. You can either subscribe right down here on the left or down in the YouTube page below the video. Today's video is about kayak accessories, one in particular. I get a lot of questions about what kayak to buy, what should I put on my kayak, what's the first thing I should buy, what kind of this, what kind of that. I want to put this video out because there is one item. If you're going to get a kayak and you're saying, okay, I've got the boat, what should I get next? The next thing you should buy is a rudder. Get a rudder. Before you get anything, get a rudder. I really wish that when I bought my kayak, I would have bought a rudder at the same time and started off with the rudder. The rudder is so versatile. It's going to help you in many, many ways. It's going to help you way beyond a rod holder or a depth finder or a battery pack or a GoPro. The rudder is going to help you when you're paddling, okay? A kayak, when you paddle, even with the keel, my boat is a Moken feel-free Moken. It's got a keel in it. All right, it's got a pretty substantial keel. But even with the keel, the tracking on the boat is not perfect, okay? So what's gonna happen is as you paddle stroke, when you right pull, the kayak's gonna go this way. And then when you left pull, it's gonna go this way. And so you end up doing this as you paddle, okay? That's eating up forward momentum and eating up energy, okay? Any amount of energy spent going in a direction that's not straightforward is gonna eat up your speed, your time, and just your energy, period. When you put the rudder in the water, that fishing of the boat drops drastically. So not only when you're paddling, it's going to help that boat track straight, it's going to keep the boat from fishing quite as much, and it's going to make you more efficient. So the same amount of effort paddling is going to translate into more forward motion and more speed. That's issue number one to get a rudder. Issue number two to get a rudder. I'm going to show you the rest of the video, the footage that I started this video with, but in that situation, the wind was coming at me at a sharp angle, 45-degree angle off my bow, okay, coming right at me like this. I couldn't paddle straight because of the angle of the wind. It would have just eventually deflected me off to this way. Now, you say, well, I can just compensate for that. In that kind of wind, I would have just been constantly paddle stroking off the left side, just going. I would have never been able to get a paddle stroke going fast enough to track in the direction I needed to go in. I could have zigzagged. Right? I could have gone into the wind and then come back, and then gone into the wind and then come back. But again, that's eating up energy. That's making me tired. I'm covering more distance to cover the same distance, and I didn't want to do it. In that situation, what I actually did was my rudder, I pegged it to the left as hard as it would go, and so what that did is it made the bow of the boat want to turn left. When you put that force against the angle of the wind coming in, the boat didn't turn, but the boat didn't turn right either. As long as I kept a good paddle stroke going, and kept the motion of the boat going forward, the rudder kept trying to turn the boat left, the wind coming in at an angle, it straightened me out, and I was able to track straight down in that wind, fighting those waves. You can see the angle of the waves coming in at the bow of the boat. Not ideal situation to be paddling in, really. I had no choice but to go out there and retrieve that crab pot, but you'll see the rest of that footage here when I'm done yabbering at you. So I hope this helps. I hope it gives you some ideas for those of you who are just messaging me. I got a message today, somebody going to buy a lure. Got another message, somebody's going to buy their kayak this weekend. I love it. Keep it coming. I love the engagement. I love talking to you guys. But I hope that this helps answer that one question, because like I said, I get a lot. But number one question is, what should I get first? The first thing you should get is a rudder. If your boat does not have a rudder, cannot take a rudder, there are aftermarket, there are ways to modify the aftermarket rudders to actually fit your boat, okay? It may take some ingenuity, but we're kayak fishermen and ingenuity is what we do. Thank you for subscribing. I know you subscribed when I asked you to. So as always, thank you for watching my way of fishing, and get out there and fish your way. I have to go and retrieve my crab trap in far less than ideal conditions. I almost bit it at the boat ramp. I slid to the point that my life jacket was almost buoyant. So that sucked. I've got white caps out here, so I'm not really too keen on this, but trap is out here and it could have fishing crabs in it. And the wind really is not going to get any better. Well, I got 3 good size ones. Let's try to make it back in.